Is it not astounding that the Bates family now has 19 children, and even more grandchildren? Keeping up with one of the biggest broods on reality TV makes time fly by. 2025 has been a busy year for the Bates family, filled with unexpected career changes, baby announcements, and new weddings. Some significant updates are coming, regardless of whether you've been a fan for a long time or are just getting started. Let's explore the current locations of all the Bates kids. Josie. This year, the Bates family had even more cause for celebration as Josie. On February 22nd, Bates Baca welcomed her first son, Miles Kelton, into the world, marking her third time as a mother. Josie, who is only 24 years old, has quietly assumed the role of a loving mother to her three lovely children, daughters Willow and Hazel, as well as their new baby brother, Miles. Josie and her husband Kelton made the decision to keep the gender of their child a secret until after birth, which added a delightful element of suspense and enhanced the magic of his arrival. Josie posted a heartwarming collage of photos from the delivery room, where their features conveyed their relief and happiness. She captioned the announcement with, "Meet the new love of our lives," exuding love and thankfulness. However, the path to that point was anything but straightforward. Throughout her pregnancy, Josie struggled with a blood-clotting condition that needed to be closely watched to protect the health and safety of her unborn child. A further issue surfaced a few weeks prior to her due date, and she was identified as having small c, a rare blood incompatibility that can endanger the unborn child. Despite the heavy emotional burden of the news, Josie remained resilient, finding strength in her family, faith, and medical team. Fortunately, her pregnancy proceeded without incident, and she gave birth to a healthy boy thanks to careful attention and prayer. With her kids by her side and baby Miles in her arms, Josie is now relishing the unique experiences that come with being a mother of three, Travis and Katie. Katie Bates has experienced a number of difficult health issues in the last year, obstacles that put her fortitude and resiliency to the test. When Katie was 37 weeks along with her first child, Haley, in February 2023, she faced a terrifying circumstance. Early symptoms of preterm labor were brought on by the fact that she was fighting 3 different infections at the same time. Although there was a significant risk, Katie was able to stabilize her condition and avoid any major consequences for herself and her unborn child because to prompt medical action and committed care. In May, a few months later, Katie experienced yet another health crisis. She was taken to the hospital in excruciating pain from kidney stones, which had been bothering her for months. Her husband Travis freely documented the challenging journey and provided updates on her status, because the discomfort had gotten intolerable. Thankfully, the kidney stone removal procedure proceeded without incident. To make sure her recuperation was proceeding as planned, Katie spent the night in the hospital under strict supervision. Throughout it all, Katie showed incredible bravery, juggling her health issues and getting ready to become a mother. During these difficult times, her family and supporters have come together to show her love and support. Last October 2023, Jackson Bates, then just 22 years old, took a lovely first step into married life when he married dental assistant Emerson Wells in a small outdoor ceremony at Bramble Tree Estates in Sorrento, Florida. The scene was charming, with bright weather and an abundance of greenery providing the ideal background to show their love and dedication to one another. The pair personally penned their meaningful vows. The ceremony was performed by Emerson's brother-in-law Jono Contessa and Gil, the patriarch of the Bates family, adding a special familial touch and heightening the significance of the day. As best man, Jackson's brother Warden Bates proudly stood by his side, helping him through one of the most unforgettable events of his life. The wedding was a happy occasion to celebrate new beginnings, family, and love. Beginnings, which were attended by close relatives who were happy for the wedding. This event was very noteworthy for the Bates clan because it was the 12th wedding of Gil and Kelly Jo's offspring, which is evidence of the family's strong ties and enduring heritage. The union of Jackson and Emerson marks the beginning of a new and exciting chapter in this expanding family history. Bobby and Tori. Tori and Bobby are ecstatic about the Smith family's upcoming expansion. Following 6 years the couple is currently getting ready to welcome their 5th child into a marriage full of love, laughter, and the pleasures of parenthood. Their newest addition will formally break the tie, adding even more excitement to an already joyous season. They are already parents to 2 daughters and 2 sons. The good news wasn't kept a secret for long, even though Tori and Bobby have decided to keep a lot of their pregnancy journey private. Kelly Jo Bates, Tori's mother, made the thrilling announcement on social media in October. She commented, "What a huge and wonderful surprise I just got. Congratulations, Tori and Bobby." Her remark was full of love and happiness, demonstrating how much the Bates clan as a whole values this expanding family. Kelly Jo said that Tori's hands are naturally full because she already has 4 little children at home, and another is on the way. Her social media profile has been small as a result, but she is incredibly grateful. By way of her mom's message, Tori thanked everyone for their prayers, love, and support for her and Bobby. The Smith family is getting ready for yet another wonderful chapter in their journey together as they await the arrival of baby number 5. Lydia and Trace. Trace Bates and his wife Lydia were married in late 2022, and they immediately started a family. They received their first child, a gorgeous baby boy called Riker Cruz, in September, just a few months later. Their son's arrival signaling a happy milestone and the start of a brand new chapter full of first-time parenting experiences, late-night feedings, and infant giggles. However, in addition to the euphoria of having a child, Trace and Lydia were also thrown into a very challenging and emotional circumstance that clouded their happiness. Lydia and her family were threatened with deportation just before Riker was born. Lydia's parents were originally from Germany and had been in the United States for 15 years after applying for asylum. While the Roma family was unexpectedly told to get ready for self-deportation at a routine immigration check-in. Since her legal status was still linked to her family's asylum petition, Lydia was also in danger even though she was married to Trace, a U.S. citizen. Lydia had to deal with the challenges of parenthood and the worry of being apart from her loved ones because she was expecting a new baby and her future was uncertain. Fortunately, the government gave the Roma family a 1-year extension in October, reprieve from deportation, providing a window of opportunity to look for a longer-term solution. For now, Trace and Lydia are persevering through hardship and savoring each moment spent with Riker. Since the birth of her second child, Zaid, Carlin Bates Stewart has bravely navigated a difficult and frequently frustrating health journey. What at first appeared to be a typical postpartum recuperation quickly became a persistent medical enigma. Carlin disclosed that an underlying childbirth set off a previously latent disease, leaving her with a tangle of crippling symptoms, inexplicable events, and innumerable unsolved problems. Carlin has since been the subject of numerous medical assessments. She has persisted in her quest for understanding despite innumerable medical consultations, extensive testing, and unplanned hospital stays. Carlin is still waiting for a breakthrough despite her perseverance and the steadfast support of her husband, Evan, as well as her followers and extended family. Final diagnosis: there have been other obstacles in her path. Carlin shattered her right big toe in May of last year, which was a devastating setback for her as she dealt with her persistent health problems. She had to wear a medical boot for a few weeks due to the injury, which temporarily limited her range of motion and made her already challenging daily routine even more tough. Carlin has stayed upbeat and honest with her fans through it all, frequently expressing updates as well as vulnerable times. Even while she continues to look for solutions and recovery, her courage and openness serve as an inspiration to those who follow in her footsteps. Tiffany Lawson and Lawson. After exchanging vows in May 2022, Bates and his wife Tiffany faced an unfathomable loss last year when they miscarried. Despite their initial reluctance to discuss such a private aspect of their lives, the couple decided to be open since they thought it could provide solace and a link to people going through similar heartbreak. Lawson and Tiffany's heartwarming video series, which detailed their emotional journey, was released in December. From the happy moment they learned they were expecting their first child to the heartbreaking moment when that happiness was replaced by sadness, they took viewers step by step with unvarnished honesty, sharing how they had started to see their future as parents and celebrate the news with loved ones. They said that they had given their unborn child the name Hope, which resonates with the faith they still maintain and the love they already had for their child. In an Instagram video, Tiffany sobbed as she stated, "We were expecting our first baby. We've never been happier in our lives. When she started having unexpected cramps and spotting, everything changed. Our loved ones were so excited with us." After a visit to the emergency room and a few trying hours, the physicians verified their worst fears. "Never before have we been so devastated," Tiffany revealed. "We still rely on." Their narrative is one of tremendous grief, but also of fortitude, love, and unwavering faith in the face of overwhelming loss. "We thank God for serenity and strength, because we know that God is still good." Esther and Nathan. In October 2021, Nathan Bates and his wife Esther exchanged vows in a stunning ceremony, marking the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. Surrounded by close ones, their wedding signaling the start of a peaceful, meaningful journey together in addition to a public profession of love. In October 2022, a year later, the birth of their first child, a daughter they adored and named Kenna Joy, increased the couple's happiness. As Nathan and Esther welcomed fatherhood for the first time, the birth of Kenna was a cherished milestone that deepened their relationship. Despite their decision to keep many aspects of their relationship and family life private, the couple's shared glances show a happy and contented union. Despite being infrequent, their social media posts are kind and genuine, frequently emphasizing lovely photos with baby Kenna and peaceful family moments. Fans may not be privy to every aspect of their daily lives, but their intense love and respect for one another is clear. Nathan and Esther's relationship appears to be based on faith, mutual admiration, and a deep desire to creating a life together, whether it is shown through a tender post about Thanksgiving or a tender look. They seem to be flourishing in their new house with love at its core, with Kenna Joy in their arms. Season with your family. Last year was particularly significant for Alyssa Bates Webster and her husband John, because in March they welcomed their fifth child, a baby boy named Rhett Allen. His arrival infused their already busy home with even more love and vitality. For Alyssa, who has always welcomed parenthood with grace and passion, every new baby is not just a blessing, but also a chance to enjoy the best parts of life. Those milestones, first giggles and peaceful cuddles, that go by far too fast. As part of her deliberate efforts to celebrate her kids, Alyssa brought two happy milestones together this year. Her daughter Lexi may turn 7 in January, ushering in a new era of curiosity, self-assurance, and developing independence. Little Macy Jo had her third birthday in February, a few weeks later, and she was filled with the bright-eyed amazement that only a toddler can have as she took in the world. These were not merely celebratory birthdays. They served as a reminder of how swiftly time flies and how valuable every childhood stage is. Parenting is a journey that Alyssa and John share with love, faith, and a sense of purpose. They continue to create a family full of learning, laughter, and enduring memories as they raise their 5 young children. Whitney and Zach. There is always space for another member of the Bates family, which is always expanding. With great excitement, Zach Bates and his wife Whitney welcomed Lily, their third daughter, and their 5th child. Last August, the ecstatic parents shared a touching montage of photos taken right from the birth room, showcasing their newest baby to the world, to commemorate the momentous occasion. A sweet family moment was also featured in the slideshow. Lily Jo's first meeting with her elder siblings, whose smiles and soft touches captured the affection that already enveloped the most recent edition. For Zach and Whitney, this season has been filled with significant events. They commemorated 10 years this past December. Of marriage, 10 years of growth, love, and treasured memories. They commemorated the day by sharing a sentimental compilation of images that trace their development from young lovers to seasoned parents of 5. The love of my life drove up to a stall at Sonic and won my heart 10 years ago, 3 houses ago, with 5 children. They reminisced. Zach's journey has been as varied as it is motivational. He has considered a career in politics and law enforcement, but he currently supports the family's tree business, co-owning the Bates sisters' boutique with Whitney. As evidence that this loving husband and father is constantly aiming for the next objective, he most recently added real estate agent to his resume at the age of 35, reaching out to Michael and Brandon. Michael Bates revealed the devastating news that she and her husband Brandon had experienced a miscarriage earlier last year. Michael disclosed that their child was a girl, and that they had given her the loving name Eden in a subdued, but heartfelt letter. Despite her decision to withhold numerous details, fans who have followed the couple's protracted and frequently traumatic path to fatherhood found great resonance in her remarks regarding the circumstances surrounding the loss. With its abundance of symbolism and optimism, the name Eden captures the love and aspirations Michael and Brandon had already started to create for their baby. Following the revelation, the couple, who have previously been candid about their infertility issues, received a flurry of support from both followers and family. Even so, they have stayed. Since then, Michael has been quiet about the details of their pregnancy journey, but her resilience and unshakable faith have been demonstrated by her strength and calm grace in the face of loss. Despite the sadness of this chapter, there is yet hope. Many people still find inspiration in their story, and hope that the Bates family will one day have happy news to share. Chad and Aaron. With the birth of their sixth child, William, the Payne family has once again expanded, now officially numbering 8. Gage in October of last year. He arrived sooner than anticipated and required time in the NICU, making his birth both happy and nerve-wracking. As Aaron and Chad stood by their newborn's side, anticipating the day they might take him home, those early days were characterized by prayer, hope, and quiet strength. William was greeted by 5 happy elder siblings who were all excited to adore and care for their younger brother when the time came. Aaron and Chad posted a heartfelt photo carousel on their blog to mark the occasion. Instagram account, paying a touching homage to their miraculous child. When they wrote, "Welcome to the world, William Gage Payne. It hasn't been an easy trip to this point. You've already stolen our hearts. We know God has such big plans for your life, and we are so overjoyed that you're part of our family." Her battle with a blood-clotting condition, which resulted in multiple agonizing miscarriages, has been openly discussed by Aaron. Having a big family seemed unattainable for a while. However, with faith and tenacity, the suffering has seen their aspirations gradually materialize into a lovely, active home. Williams's arrival is more than a boon. It's evidence of the hope that kept them going. Warden. Fans were thrilled about the potential for another Bates wedding because to the developing romance between Warden Bates and Taylor Maples. When Taylor's mother, Jennifer, tagged Warden in an Instagram photo last Thanksgiving, disclosing that he had spent the holiday with her, their relationship initially gained public notice. Spend a vacation with the Maples. This cozy family get-together gave the impression that Taylor and Warden were growing serious and integrating their lives in a significant way. The couple added fire to the rumors in December when they shared a cute picture of themselves together with the simple phrase, "You plus me equals heart." The picture and caption seemed to confirm that the couple was actively courting, and many fans were excited to see what they would do next. But by January, the fairy story changed. Quietly, the romance shocked fans by fizzing out. Their brief relationship came to an end when the loving post vanished from Instagram. Despite their brief relationship, Warden and Taylor's bond was a noteworthy chapter that served as a reminder to everyone that not all romances have a happy ending, especially in a family as close-knit as the Bates. As he enters adulthood, 20-year-old Isaiah Bates appears to be quietly paving his own way. Even though he keeps a modest profile, according to family members, he is doing well on his own, in contrast to some of his siblings. Online classes are thought to be helping Isaiah balance his college assignments, giving him the freedom to manage his studies in addition to other obligations. Isaiah regularly participates in the family's tree trimming business in addition to his academic endeavors. In addition to giving him real-world experience and fostering a strong work ethic, this practical labor helps him stay linked to the family legacy. However, information regarding, although nothing is known about Isaiah's particular college program or future goals, his consistent development points to a careful approach to creating his future. He seems to be handling this significant phase with focus and resolve, supported by his family, silently setting the groundwork for the next stage of his life. In 2025, how do you envision the lives of all the Bates children? Please share your thoughts in the space provided below. We hope this video has been useful to you. Remember to leave a. If you enjoy the channel, please subscribe, like and share it. I appreciate you viewing, and I hope to see you in the upcoming videos. Farewell.